Hey, welcome back, Coach Jay, Journey Junction. Want to talk to you. I've started this series dealing with athletes and talking with the parental figures that are in their life that deals with the day-to-day activity of helping them, excuse me, to focus on how to be a better athlete, how mom, dad adjust to the many demands that will be called upon as a parent. And today, I think it's time for us to talk about one of the key elements that we have that many people don't want to talk about, and that is handling injuries and setbacks. That's right, injuries and setbacks. Because as an athlete, you want your body to be this well-organized working machine. Yeah, I know it's hard to tell. I used to be an athlete as well. Well, I still consider myself an athlete. Time has caught up with me, and I don't have the body I had when I was back in playing sports, but hey, I still know the concept, and many years of experience, I can tell you more about it. But I do understand one thing. As an athlete, I don't care how good or bad you are, you will always face this one thing. There's a possibility that you may be injured in doing something that you love most. Or if not, it's where your team that you're on is not meeting your expectations and you have to make an adjustment. So therefore, you have a mental setback. You start looking at, as an athlete, wow, I should have selected another team, or maybe I should sign here because this team is not performing. It makes me seem like I'm not as good as I think I am. Or the truth of the matter is, I may be on a group of individuals who are learning and they're not as advanced as I am. So I have to deal with that. This is where that mental toughness come in. So this is the parental guide to navigating challenges as we continue on with this. Again, if I didn't say, I'm Coach Jay, but I want to make it clear to you all that today we're tackling the topic of handling injuries and setback. And we want to be able to look at this and how we deal with this. Injuries and setbacks are part of an athletic journey or athlete's journey. Supporting your child through this is very tough, but it's critical for their success and long-term plans. It's heartbreaking at any time a parent see their child being injured or knowing that their child was being injured, because you just feel helpless, like there's nothing that you can do for them, and you grieve and in pain because for the first time you're seeing your child go through something that you can't control, you can't fix, you just have to wait on it. But that setback is a good time for you to encourage them and to reinforce the relationship that you have with them, to let them know that, you know, your love is there and that you care more for them. And this sports or whatever causes injury is not my focus. My focus is getting you right so that you can live a happy life, enjoying everything that we envision you to have. And the first thing that we have to do is whenever athletes get injured, we have to be able to have open communication. That is so key. Encouraging your child to express their feelings and concerns about their injury. Listen actively and offering reassurance. Let them know it's okay to feel frustrated or upset. I want y'all to understand, as an athlete, the one thing you don't want to do is take a hit. You don't want to fall victim to an injury, because when it happens, you feel that you at your peak performance. You feel like you were given the best of the game. You feel like you was really getting involved. And then to see that you're not able to perform like that, watching your team who depended on you now have to have one man down. Or you yourself was at the part where you feel that you're peaking. You're now getting to that high place where you start seeing the coaches call your name. You're watching plays being made for you. And then all of a sudden, it goes down. It's a tough pill to swallow. It really is. It's really a tough pill to swallow, because now you know for however longer the doc tells you that it's going to take for you to get back to that stage, you got to deal with sitting on the sideline, watching people do what you did easy. Now they're struggling with it. Or looking at results of the game based off in the thought, if you were there, maybe we would have had a better outcome. Or maybe we would have had this outcome. It's hard for an athlete to be able to express the frustration of why this happened, because the first thing they do is they blame themselves. They look at what proper clothing or shoes they had on or whatever caused the injury. They'll say, well, had I done this, this wouldn't have happened. Or this person, if they didn't cut in front of me, I wouldn't have tripped. They begin to put the blame somewhere, and you have to be there to cultivate an answer, say, okay, things do happen. This is called life. Even on your best day, there could be something negative to happen. But it's not about the negativity. It's how we bounce back from this outcome. How do we move from this to where we are now? How do we get to a place now that this injury has happened? We don't want it to keep setting us back. And that's why we have injury to setback and injury and setback. See, sometimes injuries set you back because you can't get out of that mental stage. I'm not going to say depression, but it becomes more of a challenge to find something positive to come out of that, especially when the diagnosis of your incident or accident is going to be for a long stage, or at least for that season that you're in. You won't be able to play no more for that season. You'll come back the next year or whenever it starts again. But for this time, you got to sit out and watch it. That is devastating to an athlete who's always been involved, always been there. Now to go to practice, just sit there and watch. Sit there and watch practice that they can't be a part of. Then you have to motivate them to still be engaged. It's something sitting on the sideline when you used to be in the limelight. But that's where your coaching comes in, parents. This is where your love comes in. This is where your support comes in. You have to encourage them to accept and embrace the fact that things do happen. But you want to be able to talk to them in a manner to let them know that you are the greatest support factor that they could have. And patience and support is vital as well. Recovering task time and essential to focus on the progress, no matter how small. Celebrate the milestones of recovering journey and remind them of the setback are temporary. You have to be able to understand that this is just your time to really engage with the athlete. And when I mean by athlete, you're taking off that tab and you're dealing with your son and daughter as a mom and dad deals with them in any other situation. Don't let that sport dictate how you talk to your child. You have to be able to put that to the side, and then mom and dad talks to their child, not the sport in the child. You deal with the mental setbacks or whatever they may have as a child dealing with it. And when I mean child, it doesn't matter what you age. As you're a parent, your kid is always going to be your child. And they need that to support. They don't need you to talk about the game anymore. What they need you to talk to them and say, hey, listen, we're going to get through this together. We're going to work on this. We're going to get you to whatever needs to be done in the steps to get you back to what you love. And this sport you love, it's going to take us a little time to work on it. But know that I'm working with you. There are going to be some ups and downs. You're going to want to feel good sometimes. You're going to feel bad the others. But just know we're going to get to this together, and we will be successful. We're going to get you back out there to play the sport that you love. If it's possible, we're going to do everything we can. All right? Mental resilience plays a significant role as well. Teaching your child techniques to maintain positive outlook, encouraging activities keep them engaged and motivated, such as visualization of their return to play or setting small achievable goals during their recovery. Remember, recovery is key. Now, recovery is more mental than physical. Yeah, we know the body's going to mend and all that, but if you don't get their mind into the place that they can see a day-to-day improvement, they can see that that long term of recovery gets broken down into little small portions, and then giving them milestones and giving them celebration points and achievement points and all those things leading to their full recovery is much needed. You have to be able to be present. You have to be able to let them understand that we're going to take small steps to get to the long goal. We're going to work on this to our best ability. But key word is we. Always make the athlete know that they're not by themselves. And if you're struggling with that, just think about this. If you ever sprain your ankle or jam your finger, that time of pain that you have, that adjustment that you had to make with it, slowly but surely you kept on putting a little more weight on it, keep on doing a little more exercise with it until the part that you came comfortable with it. But you had to put in your mind that no matter what, I still need to get up and get my job done. I can't let this sprain or this finger stop me from meeting the goals and objectives that I have. So I got to learn to work through it. Well, the same approach comes with the child. You have to be able to teach them. We have to work through it. But you have to be mindful of all whatever the injury brought about, whatever the mind frame, whatever the doctor said, whatever the coach said, whatever they said it's going to take for them to get back to the 100% that they could be. You have to follow that path. But in that path, find a solution that works best for you. All right, to sum this up, handling injuries and setback requires open communication, patient support, and building mental resilience. By fostering these elements, you can help your child navigate through tough times and come back stronger. To come back stronger. That's what it's all about. You want to take this opportunity to talk to your child when you look at the injury or how it came back, is to put thoughts in their mind of how to prevent this from reoccurring, but also be able to embrace that this is things of life that does happen, but you want them to be mindful but not fearful of entering into a game or whatever where they had the incident, that something similar to this could come and they become fearful of that. They got to learn how to play through that process. Yes, we don't want them to get re-injured, but we want them to be able to have that mental toughness that I'm going to continue to play my game. In the back of my mind, I knew I was injured by this, or this, but I need to play through the game because injury is part of the job, part of the business, part of the journey. All right, so to recap, I want you to understand that these are the simple techniques that I'm giving to you as a parent to help you to deal with some of the things that the kids may come up with. Yeah, this is not a catch-all. These are just little elements that I've learned through time that I want to bring to you. There are many more. I could be here all day picking up when dealing with athletes and parents' decisions to help them navigate through this journey. We could go here for plenty hours and months of just talking. But instead of keeping you here all day, I want to offer you a free consultation. If you would like to talk to me about some of these strategies, how to go in depth about how to use these to benefit your child, or if you have a son or daughter who has an injury and is struggling getting back in tune, they can't get back motivated, please give my team an opportunity to talk with you and them within that hour consultation, where we can sit back and take a small assessment of the situation and give you some pointers. If nothing else, what do you have to lose? You can reach us out at onemovementllc.com. Again, onemovementllc.com, where you can set up your 1 hour free consultation with me, and I'll be more than happy to talk with you and give you some pointers to help you. And then from that point on, if you feel that what we offer is something that you may enjoy, we're here to help you. And there's other things on the website. While you're there, spruce through and see all the different activities that we offer, and you may find something that benefits you as well. It's not all about the athlete. It's all about everybody involved, helping them to perform at a higher level and meet their goals and expectations. Again, I'm Coach Jay. I want to thank you for the opportunity to talking to you. Please share this with another. And if you haven't seen the previous 2 videos, go back and check it out. Believe me, I think you'll enjoy it. Go parents, go team, go athlete, one movement.